So they're using the murder of Charlie Kirk to come after HBCUs. I saw this coming, not the Charlie Kirk part, but the coming after HBCU part. Stay with me. On November 6th, I know they expected us to be out in the street in droves, protesting, riots, violence. That didn't happen. What happened was the absolute opposite. We just took our energy from the atmosphere, and you see how it fell flat. If you were paying attention, and I did a video about this, of how calm it was and how quiet it was. It was literally us taking our essence from them, us taking our power from them, and they have been working overtime to get that power back. This whole mass cold people thing and sending people away, that whole phenomenon was literally because he thought, or he thinks, that if he got rid of everybody else, they would somehow get us back in the fields. That fell all the way flat. The South African nationals, bringing them here to give them jobs or whatever. Come to find out, that was a great big hoax. They paid for that. Reversing a whole bunch of things that was helping us, like student loans. That didn't work either. Getting rid of all of the DEI initiatives didn't move us. If anything, the businesses that went along with it, it hurt them because we stopped spending our money there. Now that moved us, but not in the way he thought. And during all this time, when I saw what was happening, paying attention to what was happening, I knew eventually they were going to come after HBCUs because that's literally their big joker. And I was waiting for this moment as an HBCU alumni of Cheyney University, the first HBCU in America. 1837 will always come before 1854. If you know, you know. Because the whole thing that happened in Utah looked very rehearsed, planned even. And then for today, multiple HBCUs on lockdown, on shelter in place, because they're getting threats. However, we ain't got nothing to do with it.
So we currently have 7 HBCUs that have put their schools on lockdown because they have received threats this morning. All because yesterday someone took the life of someone. This man don't look like he go to a HBCU. Why are we calling HBCUs with threats? The logic does not make sense, okay? Please comprehend that it does not make sense. The man that the FBI told y'all they was looking for does not look like he would be at an HBCU. So instead of focusing on finding the man that actually committed the crime that happened yesterday, who is probably military trained, because that was a very trained shot, okay? And y'all are making threats at HBCUs? What is the purpose of that? What are you actually accomplishing, taking time out of your day to threaten a whole school that they have to put the school on lockdown? Now, the list is currently at 7. They do have one already on lockdown just for safety reasons. They have not received a threat, but this list is going to increase because less than an hour ago, it was only 4. When I got ready to press record, it was at 7. So it is probably going to be all of them as a safety precaution because instead of focusing on the actual target at hand, the target has now become HBCUs. Stay focused on what is actually the task at hand, and we could get a lot done. But we are taking our time to steer on to people that have nothing to do with the man that actually committed the crime. He has to be responsible for what he did, not anybody else. So why are y'all taking the time to try and inconvenience somebody else? Because it's a try. It's a fail. They can still get a lot done on lockdown. That's the problem. Y'all don't understand. We understand a lockdown. Is it ideal? Absolutely not. But the show must go on, and the show will go on. Have a productive Thursday and find the person you're supposed to be looking for instead of taking the time to worry about people that's not worried about you. Yeah. See how that works? about you, we'll worry about us. Have the day you deserve.
Hello guys, I hope you're doing super great wherever you're watching us from, and today we are discussing about HBCU lockdown. Why is it that HBCUs are receiving a lockdown threat? And this have happened after Charlie Kirk was shot in Utah College, and this incident has nothing to do with black people, but this was bound to happen because every time they want to blame the black people, every time they want to provoke black people. But I've seen videos of black people asking the black community to be careful and not to be provoked, and this is what the black people have done this year. They were provoked to actually engage in protests, and they never did that. They were provoked when the white refugee from South Africa were brought to take up their job. They kept quiet and minded their own business. They were provoked during the immigrant by IC attacks, and the black people have minded their business. And the incident confirms that the incident of Charlie Kirk confirms that the black people are not the violent community, because at one time Charlie Kirk said that the number one enemy of a black person is the fellow black person. But look at what have happened is that also the vice versa is true, though Charlie Kirk never spoke about it. The number one enemy of white person is also a white person, because the person who shot Charlie Kirk is actually a white person. And I'm so happy to see that the black people have evolved, and they are educating each other about how to make some emotional good decision, because this incident of HBCU lockdown threats is actually to provoke the black people. Is it because they are pushing this narrative that the black people celebrated the death of Charlie Kirk? And to what I know, the black people have not celebrated the death of Charlie Kirk. In fact, the white people have celebrated the death of Charlie Kirk. But what the black people are saying is that uh, they are not mourning and they are not celebrating, because some of the policies and the narrative that Charlie Kirk pushed, the black people did not agree with that. And this is not the time to act as saint and assume that black people agreed with what Charlie Kirk said. But nevertheless, some of the black people do still feel empathy for the family of Charlie Kirk, and that is actually super nice. But this incident of HBCU, I think that they want this one not to be like white on white crime. They are trying to push uh, black people into it. They are trying to provoke the black people so that they can bring the black people outrage on the Charlie Kirk, so that the whole incident can be turned on black and white. But I'm so happy to see that the black people are taking and they are educating and encouraging each other to actually not to be provoked and maintain the soberness that they have been maintaining the whole of this year. Let me know what you think about this incident of HBCU lockdown. Let me know your opinion in the comment section. Until we meet next time, peace, love, and harmony, and let's watch the video until the end.
So I'm trying to figure out, what did black people do? Like, I thought that the guy that shot Charlie Kirk was white, so what is with all this retaliation towards HBCUs? Now, this could be totally unrelated, but I honestly don't think it's a coincidence that 8 different HBCUs got locked down because of threats the day after Charlie Kirk got shot. I mean, call me Shelly, because I'm genuinely confused. Like, the shooting happened in Utah, was done by a white man, and y'all are targeting HBCUs, historically black colleges. It's not adding up. Like, today they had lockdowns at colleges located in Virginia, Alabama, Louisiana, Florida, and Atlanta, and it's not making sense at all. Now, what makes it 10 times worse is that somebody sent in a manifesto detailing what they were going to do to the black students at Southern University. Now, pause if you want to read this, because I actually can't read this out loud, but it is just disgusting at how much hate this person has in their heart and the amount of harm they want to do to people that have done nothing to him. Now, in regards to the part where he mentions the Irina Zuriska stabbing, I watched the video, and not only was I disgusted at the stabbing itself, I was also appalled at the lack of response of the people around her. Like, not only did those bystanders fail her, the justice system did too, because that man that stabbed her should have been locked up. He should have been convicted, and he also was supposed to have a mental health evaluation back in July. Now, even though Irina was killed by a black man, targeting HBCUs is not going to fix what happened to her. Like, those students are just as innocent as Irina was. Like, the only reason why these students are being targeted is because they chose to attend a historically black college, which shows that this is rooted in racism, not retaliation. Like, it makes no sense to try to solve violence with more violence.